Good evening. Welcome to another episode of Round the Clock Cricket Weekend Show on IPL 26. We are continuing with Sudip and Ishanjan. Today we'll review the 15th April match, LSG RCB, and the 16th of MI PBKs. We're starting off with LSG RCB, a low scoring match. We'll start with Sudip. Uh, First point, Sudip, is a point which Ishanjan raised some time back. Isha Pant, 20 crore plus in consecutive 2 years. Not looking the Pant we know.
Yeah, I think except one, if you remember, Rahul, even in the
Yeah,
last year's IPL, except the
IPL.
one match where he scored a century, he struggled
The
throughout
last
the
match, the last
tournament.
match. Yeah,
Last match, yeah.
yeah.
And last year what happened, the LSG was helped a lot, by the Nicholas Puran's tremendous form. But
Correct, correct.
this particular season, he's totally off color. And Adrian Markram, a lot was expected from him. So far, he has failed to
Yes,
deliver. So all these
yes.
factors have, contributed in, low scoring matches from LSG, and this is not, that their bowling is, even with the presence of Mohammad Shami, Prince Yadav, Durgesh Rathi, Digvesh Rathi rather, he was in
Yes,
very
Sudip.
good form. He was in very good form last season. But this season, he's going for a lot of runs. So
I
overall,
have a, yeah.
yeah.
Please, please,
So,
please,
so
please.
overall, none of the setup is basically clicking for the
So
LSG
here
at the
I have a
moment.
question, Sudip. My question to you is because Ishanjan will not be able to answer this so well.
Yeah,
Uh, do you think
yeah.
that like Shah Rukh Khan is failing as a franchisee owner. Do you think Sanjeev Goenka, we saw that with KL Rahul, now we are seeing with Rishabh Pant. I think Sanjeev Goenka is failing somewhere as a franchisee owner.
Yeah, I think, something seems to be wrong with the management. I mean, there is a lack of cohesion actually in the side. We're playing like a disjointed lot. I mean, if you look at the body language and there is nothing positive. It's always as if, I mean, there should be some kind of, sprinkle in the steps, which is missing in the LSG players. And there does not seem to be I mean, the players are also not clicking. Abdul Samad, Nicholas Puran, Adrian Markaram, and Mitchell Marsh. If
Justin
you
Langer said the other day that he will make Mukul
Mukul
Chaudhary one
Chaudhary,
of the better all-rounders. But I
yeah,
think Mukul is coming a way down the
he's a
order. I think
way
he's coming at eight.
he
Eight,
has
yeah.
he has a long way to go before he becomes a
Yeah.
very a formidable player at the
Yeah,
moment.
I think so. I think so.
And remember his the performance. The 50 he scored came against KKR, which has one of the
Mhm.
weakest bowling lineups in the tournament.
One thing, Sudhir, before I move to Ishanjan, Rishabh Pant, huge amount of money, consecutive years. Do you think it is a waste? Like KKR is also failing.
Yeah,
Do
I
you think
think
there is some
they
problem in this money thing that because KKR also we saw KKR is, as Ishanjan pointed out, KKR spends and wastes a lot of money. So
yeah.
KKR probably, I think, if they finish last, looks to be that they will finish last this year,
I think
or maybe ninth or eighth. Do you think the allocation of money somewhere there's a scouting issue?
allocation,
There's
I
some
think there
issue
is
with
it's a disjointed actually, this allocation of, available, whatever this allocable resources, whatever the monetary resources, because they are, just like KKR, they are concentrating on one or two players, and leaving the rest,
correct.
So this is, I don't know whether this could be one of the factors, the team is looking very disjointed, and Rishabh Pant is not performing up to the potential. So that is not helping matters. If your main player, the premier player fails to perform, the captain, then it puts pressure on the other players also, and it's a very, I mean, demoralizing effect on the entire team basically.
Ishanjan, uh, like SRH, this team has Mitchell Marsh, Eden Makram, Rishabh Pant, Nicholas Puran, as Sudip said. Like Travis said, Ishan Kishan and Abhishek Sharma. The batting is extremely powerful. So what is
No, no.
going wrong?
One thing I must mention one thing over here. As you said about the Hyderabad batting lineup, it's Travis Head, Abhishek Sharma, Ishan Kishan, even Klassen. They are mainly the T20s, as we have already seen in the T20 World Cup and prior to T20 World Cup also. They are T20 specialists. But here in the Lucknow team, Rishabh Pant, Nicholas Puran, they are not specialists in T20, and somewhere they were lagging. They are in jittery while batting, because Rishabh Pant's way of batting sometimes seems to be that he is not in a state of mind that he has to prove anything in the, he is a very strange thing that he is actually very playing in a very neutralized, that means way, in a very neutral way, that he doesn't want to perform, because he has because his place, he has almost taken it in mind that he is not going to get chance in T20. He's taking it as a practice match for the next upcoming test season. And the same what the Lucknow, other Eden Makram, and they are also not so much as fine T20 players like Hyderabad lineup all total, like Klassen, like Ishan Kishan, like this Nitish Reddy. So they are lagging. And Lucknow, actually, Lucknow is mainly they are losing the points on mainly on the batting, because they're mostly because they are having good decent bowling lineup. I must not say, because Shami is looking very formidable, and along with Shami, they are having good combination of this Prince Yadav,
Vignesh
this new
Rathi.
Vignesh Rathi.
And Avesh Khan.
But
Avesh Khan is bowling well.
Avesh
Avesh
Khan.
Khan is bowling well, but I will not take Avesh Khan up to that level, because he is very much famous in leaking runs as well. So here and one, I must say that they are not exploring this guy, a new guy, Mukul Chaudhary, in a proper way. He should not
That is what
come
I was
so much
saying.
down
Yeah.
the order.
But do you
He must.
think that 150 that he scored, after which Justin Langer said कि मेरे को अब मुकुल चौधरी दे दो, for 1 year I'll make him a superstar. Do you think Mukul Chaudhary will become a big star? Do you think? मेरे को तो अभी तक लगा नहीं उसको बैटिंग देख के. He's a good guy, but
He has
is he a
the
superstar
sparkling
player?
innings. Mostly that sparkling innings came against the
KKR.
most that means the 10th team against the
Team in
last
the tournament.
and most
Correct.
weakest bowling lineup
Lineup.
side, KKR.
Correct.
So in that case, he has to buck. But this Mukul Chaudhary, I must say, in the Maharaja Premier League, where actually he was being honored from Mukul Chaudhary and Kartik Sharma, the scouters honored from the Maharaja Premier League. They are both of them performed well. And Mukul Chaudhary as an all-rounder, and I think he can also keep wickets. So he needs little time to set up, and moreover, you need to play him at number five, not less than five, at most at number five. If you if not number four, at least number five. You can't play him down six, seven, eight, because he is one of the good all-rounder. Abdul Samad, you are sending him after Abdul Samad. Okay, Abdul Samad is also good all-rounder. If they want to try up, but uh, I think they must send Mukul Chaudhary before Abdul Samad, because he has a tenacity, he can even anchor the innings, because Abdul Samad, he can only try and hit mostly, but this Mukul Chaudhary, he can build up innings also in need. I think, and I must point out one thing. Lucknow, there is a problem in management as well, like KKR. KKR has definitely, they are having problem in management. They even doesn't know where to spend money, where to, because or they always
The
come to
auction.
the
I mean, their scouting is very poor, Ishanjan.
scouting. Almost KKR doesn't have any scouter. They only run after big names. They only run after
Yes.
big names in the auction. They will
Unlike
go with the
CSK,
highest
they
price,
don't know how
and
to pick up players. Yes, very
yeah,
true.
yeah, yeah. Unlike CSK, unlike RR, unlike
RR.
I mean,
TC, unlike
yeah.
SRH, I must say that SRH picked up two, three good bowlers. This last, what is this? Sakib Hussain. He performed well for Bihar in under 23 CK Naidu Trophy. And you
Correct.
imagine the scouters, they goes to distant village over there to
That is the
have a
job,
glimpse of
basically.
his
That is
match.
what you have to do.
That
You
is
have
the
to pick up
job.
talents.
I was pointing out that our selectors are going with the national team to England and South
Australia.
Africa and Australia.
Yeah.
Instead, they should go to our distant villages to watch these under 23 tournaments, under 16 tournaments. Why don't they? They should They should, that means pick up the future star. They should uh, identify some stars and nurture them in the NCA. This program should be done. And moreover, the scouters did some good job over to pick up these guys from the distant, from either from the villages or from the this
Okay.
district premier leagues, from the state premier like UP T20 League, Maharaja T20 League,
Correct.
MPCL, uh, MPCL, KPL, I think Kerala, Karnataka Premier League. So
Correct.
they are doing some good, but KKR and I hope Lucknow Scouters, they did 2 3 good jobs, but their management is having some issues. Their management is not in proper line
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
the IPL, as
Yeah.
should be
True.
in the IPL team.
Okay,
They are
we'll
Actually,
not
come
in
back to
proper
you,
line.
KKR
Ishan. Correct.
one instance is, this coach, they are making Abhishek Nair as the coach who has no proper experience. I don't know. I fail to understand. They
No,
are not
no. Their coach is Tom
Abhishek
Moody.
Nair. Abhishek Nair.
No, Tom Moody, Justin Langer, Kane Williamson,
Probably.
Lance Klusener. Abhishek
Uh,
Nair is KKR, assistant coach.
yeah,
KKR,
yeah,
KKR, KKR.
assistant coach, or he's the coach. I thought
I think he's the
No,
coach.
no, no, no.
Correct.
he's the
KKR,
coach.
KKR, KKR.
Coach.
He's
KKR.
coach.
So
Tom Moody
that
is
is
the
what
coach
I'm
here.
saying.
Tom Moody is a
That
World Cup winning
that
coach.
KKR
You have
has no
Justin
proper
Langer, you have
planning.
Kane Williamson, you have
How
Lance
could they
Klusener.
make Abhishek Nair as the coach? There's no
No, no,
proper
KKR
planning.
doesn't have a proper planning. KKR is like just like Shah Rukh Khan's movie, as a
Yeah,
team owner's movie. There
I think,
is coming
yeah,
with this.
thanks. Ishanjan, I will come back to you. Sudip,
Yeah,
looking at the team of Lucknow, because we discussed, Ishanjan was discussing the team and scouting. Do you think there's a place for Josh Inglis in batting? Just hear me out.
up,
Is there a
up.
place for Josh Inglis? Or in bowling Arjun Tendulkar? Do you think it's time to play Junior Tendulkar? We'll come to
Uh,
Ishanjan on this point. But what do you feel? Josh Inglis and Arjun Tendulkar. This is a very important
Jo-
question.
Josh English is definitely yes, because he is a T20 player. He's a specialist
Correct.
in T20 player.
Correct.
Plus, he can keep wickets also. Josh English.
It's so much.
So I think he's in the LSG team, if I'm not
Yes.
mistaken.
And
Josh
we're talking
English.
of LSG only here.
Yeah, yeah.
There's nothing
So
much to talk about
so
RCB
So
right now.
Josh Inglis I would now prefer to have Josh Inglis in place of Nicholas Puran because he is
Nicholas
failing
Puran,
to
yes.
deliver
I
actually.
think that will happen.
So,
That will
so
really
the
happen.
foreigners quota I would include Josh Inglis and Arjun Tendulkar. I am not very confident about his bowling abilities. Because he has bowled. I've seen him bowling in the past, and he has not looked very impressive, to be very frank with you. But of course, I heard that in recent times, he has bowled well in domestic matches. So he's gradually picking up, but still, I don't know whether he might go for a lot of runs, basically in IPL, and that
Hmm.
won't be a good
Because
for
they
his
have,
confidence.
see, they have Akash Singh, Anrik Ennoria, they have Avesh Khan, Digvesh
Asha,
Rathi, who's playing already, Siddharth, and
instead
Mohammad
of
Sami, Mohsin Khan.
Andrich, not J, can they try
Andrew is
Andrich?
not here.
Not
Yes,
there, and
Andrew
it's
is
not
not
there.
here. Yeah.
And and
True.
I think Mayank Yadav is fit now, so they should try
Yes,
him out.
150. Mayank Yadav is another 150 plus. Correct.
Mayank Yadav is now fit though, so they should
Yeah.
include him in the playing 11.
Yeah, we will wind up now with Ishanjan. Two questions, Ishanjan, very shortly. Yeah, Arjun Tendulkar really good enough to play IPL? First question. And second, Phil Salt not playing well. Does it concern you? In the long run, if RCB has to qualify, these two questions, Arjun Tendulkar and Phil Salt.
See, one thing I have already mentioned before, in order to that means perform good, in order to that means win IPL or be in the top four among the IPL team, you need to have good domestic players. You need to have good local talents. But
Yes.
in fact, in this LSG teams, there are good local talents like Prince Yadav. Like, in fact, as my senior mentioned, this Mayank Yadav.
Mayank
Even, but
Yadav.
I don't think because. Mostly this Arjun Tendulkar actually he hasn't performed enough into the. He's not a. He's only named as a after Sachin Tendulkar. He doesn't have enough
So
performance in his
you
kitty
are
to
saying
even play for Mumbai.
yeah,
So
you are saying that he is like Rohan Gavaskar. The surname is only counting, nothing else. That's what you're trying to tell you.
moreover that because it's
I
not so
also
much
feel
impactful of playing him.
yes.
You can try
I think
because since he is in the
whatever he has
lineup,
played, he has not
sometimes
done well. He has not done well much.
yeah, and I don't know. Actually, he what type of player? Because generally players are having some roles. Either he wants to be a bowling all-rounder, he wants to be a batting all-rounder. I don't know what type of. There is no description because you can't describe Sachin Arjun Tendulkar what type of player he is. That means what is his speciality? Either he wants to be a bowling all-rounder, or he wants to be a batting all-rounder, or a batsman who can bowl, or a bowler who
Correct.
can bat.
Agreed, agreed,
So
agreed.
what you can't measure him. You can measure him and you can't describe him. And so if he perform also, it would be a wonder. Like Rohan Gavaskar once in Australia, he had man of the match. Once Saurav Ganguly was the captain.
Yeah.
He
He played
bagged, I
under
think,
Saurav
one or
only. He
two
played
man of
one
the match.
season under Saurav only. Yes.
Yeah, one season under Saurav.
And
So I
my
don't think I would rather say to, yeah, I would say they should try to play Mayank Yadav. They should try to play. In fact, they have picked up some guy
They
from, I
also have
think,
Mohsin Khan, the
Mohsin Khan, correct.
left arm
Actually,
Mohsin
spinner.
Khan. Mohsin Khan,
the bowling is quite decent, Sudip. Bowling is quite decent. Shami,
And
Mohsin,
absolutely,
Prince,
yeah.
in fact,
Vignesh.
I think they picked that this mystery bowler from the UP Premier League. What's his name? He played for,
Rathi,
I think, this
Digvesh Rathi,
Kanpur.
Digvesh Rathi.
Vignesh
No,
Rathi.
no, no, not Digvesh Shetty. He played for that
Okay, M. Siddharth, M.
Kanpur
Siddharth.
Giants. I think.
Mohsin,
Yeah. He's a
M. Siddharth, yes. Mayank
M
Jadhav,
Siddharth.
Mohammad
Yeah.
Sami, Mohsin Khan, Naman
He's a
Tiwari,
mystery
Prince Yadav. There's a strong bowling.
because he can bowl medium pace as well as he can bowl leg spin like
Hmm.
Sachin Tendulkar used to bowl. He can bowl leg spin, he can bowl off spin, he can bowl the orthodox, even he can bowl medium pace like Sachin Tendulkar used to bowl whenever Sachin used to call him. So they can that explore this new talent because this is IPL. This is the platform where you need to explore the new talents, and moreover, this IPL takes place during the time of summer. And summer Indian players are the players who can combat with this summer and who can play instead of a foreigner. So better you should play with MC. You should, when your team is not performing well, you should try to explore the new talents. So there is no harm in playing this MC instead of going after names like Arjun Tendulkar and the second question, they feel salt. I
Salt.
don't think.
Because if RCB has to do well, Ishanjan, Phil Salt is a very key player and he's not performing on and off performance. So what is your take on Phil Salt?
See, I will again utter one thing. If RCB is over reliant on field salt, then RCB is not going to win this
Win this
point
tournament.
of time because
Correct.
this is the time summer is coming in and more summer will get intensify. This is just the beginning of the
Summer.
summer season right now. So the more and more summer will intensify. The mostly the foreigners are going to fail, and in that time
That's a
the
good point
incumbency
because
means
Middle April to beginning May, it will be extreme heat. And the Northwesters
extremely
in West
and
and the Kalboishaki. So I have a feeling that it is going to be tough for the summer. And you
see in
rightly
that
said.
cases you need to run. That means if you are that means you need to go you need to that means plan your incumbency properly because this can't be over incumbent on some foreigner. So in that cases salt, if RCB need to explore their batting lineup because they are having some good talents in their batting lineup. In fact, they
No,
are
but
having
their
some good
batting is
talent.
small. Rajat Patidar, Padikkal, Kohli, Phil Salt, Jitesh Sharma, Jordan Cox. Only 5 batsmen they have. So the batting is really small. All-rounders, they have a lot. They have Krunal, they
Yeah,
have Shepard, they have Bethel, they have Venkatesh.
Kunal
One good point
Shepard,
Sudip made that they have to play Jacob Bethel now. I think, Sudip.
Jacob
They
Jacob
have
Bethel,
to
it's
play
Bethel,
high
Bethel
time.
now.
It's high
they
time.
can try because they
It's
have
high
to
They
time
should.
rotate.
because he is a spinner also.
Yeah.
They have to rotate because I think
Remember how he
in the
played
IPL
for
is
England,
such
in
a
the
huge
semi-final.
tournament. You can't play. That means bank up on a single player. You need to rotate your player, and especially the foreigners. You need to rotate. And the time has come that RCB should that means try to play the players like Bethel, and in fact, why not Mangesh Yadav? Mangesh Yadav can be a handy all-rounder.
Yes,
And
there's
as I
Mangesh
said,
Yadav,
I have
there's
always
Behan,
said,
Vicky. There are
yeah,
good
as
Indian all-rounders.
I
So
have
I think
already
Bethel
always pointed out.
and Phil Salt, if he doesn't find the mojo, then we'll have to play Bethel and I think
Bethel.
Jitesh Sharma. Oh, Jitesh Sharma can open, I know, he can, but then you have to get another all-rounder, either Sapnil or Team David. Team David is already playing. I did say that RCB might struggle, Sudip, if there is a really strong batting by RR in RRPB case.
But,
RCB
but I
might
must
struggle.
point.
Yeah.
I will point one thing. Rajat Patidar is playing well, and in fact,
He
one or
is.
two players like Devdutt Parikkal, even in fact, the Jacob Bethel, if they can give him good support. In fact, Romario Shepherd is also there.
I think
He
Padikkal
gives
can
support.
open.
I don't think.
Padikkal can open.
Yes, Padikkal
Yeah,
can
Parikkal
open.
can
She
also open.
should. Yes.
Parikkal can also open, and
Yeah.
in fact, Romario
Correct.
Shepherd can also open. Romario Shepherd can
Romario
also open.
Shepherd, yes.
In fact,
He is also
Bethel,
in
they
the
can
team.
try out Bethel also in that case.
Yeah, Bethel. Yeah.
Right.
But
True,
we are
true,
saying
true.
that
They can try
in
out
place
Bethel.
of Phil Salt,
Yes.
we can
So
try
I think
Bethel.
that's in RCB, we need to see that some
They should
changes have to
rotate.
be there. They should rotate some
I
players. Yes.
I will tell one thing: in every team who desires to win IPL, they should try to rotate their players. They have to, and in fact, mostly the foreigners, because you can't make your overseas players tired by playing. Because when you are trying to pick up and the most crucial matches, you can't miss them. So. And there, the more summer will be intensified, it will be a lackluster for the overseas player, because they will become lackluster. So you need to keep them intact for your main matches.
Correct.
So you
Very
have
true.
to rotate in that case.
Right. Okay. Thank you, Sudip and Ishanjan. We had
Thank
a
you.
good discussion, and I think we really, what we see is LSG, of course, absolutely in trouble unless they make their amends. And I think that the points table is such that LSG really in a lot of trouble now. They're at
Ye-
number 7,
Number 7. Yeah.
whereas RCB is number 2 now. So obviously, RCB is doing things right, and we'll have to work out this. Thank you so much. As we move now, we'll move on to the second of our review, which is the MIPB case 1.